proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, tried to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You could see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong.
Coach, there are a few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect clear afternoon. Heck, you can see all the way to Mount Rainier in the distance here at CenturyLink Field in Seattle. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the Seattle Seahawks. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Mike 5.
380.
In the face.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here's Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 10 yards and a Seattle first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. Complete to Dorsett. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. In their locker room, they've got a sign that says defense wins championships. And Charles, they pointed to that this week, said that has to be us. Looking good early.
I like how you saw that because of the bold letters, right? You saw the emphasis that they place on that and what they believe in. And for them, it's every single snap. So it's not just a matter of getting to the quarterback and knocking the ball free. They're trying to read when that ball's going to come free. As soon as those hands separate to throw the ball, they want to be there and have a chance to knock it out.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. You don't see that a ton, do you? The cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. He sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And that'll set them back 5.
Yeah, baby.
Flag 90.
55. Hey, eat. It's a party now. It's a party now. Hey, alert 3.
On second down, here's Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. And some space here. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you, from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season-open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a long night. Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Kill. Good job right there. Check.
Throwing again on second down. Wilson, but it's complete into the hands of Carson. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 36. Wilson going to lead his guys up first and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Now it's Wilson. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on first.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from.
Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
His guys take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. That'd be ideal.
First down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
They'll set up a throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Mike, 55. Check.
They'll try the left side. Swift. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Back to throw here. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is taken in at the 5. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear him now. 3rd and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. They went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Carson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 58 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. They run it with Carson. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Flushed out right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the 1st down marker. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half, 10-0 our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline, after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Oh, we got position on him, and he pulls it in. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he finds his running back open downfield. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson, escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
2nd and 10, it's Wilson again. Flushed out right. Looking for his tight end on the corner, it's complete. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Cam Hayward, always a force, got back there for the sack. After the sack on 1st down, Wilson got his man complete over the middle. That's Carson. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And Myers able to knock it through, and that will do it for this first half. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. They'll try the left side. Swift. 20. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's go, defense.
Wilson. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
On 1st down, Swift. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Watch the twitch. Watch the twitch. Slam.
They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just... And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Shaquem Griffin, he was relentless there as he hits home for the sack. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. And, Charles, this infraction's going to be against the offense, false start. Sometimes you have to get up to the line of scrimmage, make sure your team is set before you begin your cadence. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will extend the lead out to 24. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
This one fielded at the 5. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Here we go. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, he lets it fly. And got his man complete. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 76 yards. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
that.
Super toe.
First down Lions on a pickup of 13. They'll run on first down. Swift. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 45. That is the play they needed in a two-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. After the interception, here's Wilson. It's caught. Block it. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13. Wilson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now it's Carson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Eluding the pressure right. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with second and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up first and goal. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Will Dissly, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to pull a bit closer. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Here's Wilson operating from the gun. And they will get back to within 1 score as he is into the end zone, and the lead's cut to 8 here in the fourth. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. This one fielded at the 5. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, said, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's first and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, break it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll try the left side. Swift. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The defense stiffens to force fourth down following that first down gain of 8. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They're looking at a fourth down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. The kick by Pinheiro is good, and that will bump the lead up to 11. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game. His third field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. There's Wilson to throw. Flushed out right. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 22 yards there, a first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Move the team.
Right there, 40's Mike. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
On first down, Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 38. There he goes, right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Makes the score Lions 37, Seahawks 19. Ernesto Sanchez set to kick off.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And this is scooped up by the Lions.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget. Absolutely. On first down, Swift. Even with the good move he showed, he'll be brought down short of the 15. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great play there. With his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. This is Carson, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
Check. Let in.
40 to Mike. 40 to Mike. Get him. Get him.
Check.
And they will take a knee here.
Wilson on the keeper.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Lions, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season.
Back up. You better call back up. come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm with it. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast. From the raindrop, I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mid dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
Yeah. Hey, yeah, okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel, get a bird's eye view.
Coach, the tundra may not quite be frozen, but it's getting there as we work our way through December. The radar today, however, is clear at Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington Redskins and the Green Bay Packers. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go! First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Get it! 319!
Let's go. Check.
Inside!
Check out read.
215.
Now a man who really stepped up last year. This is Matt Breida. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Watch one. Yeah, Liz.
Now it's Breida. And an alley to run. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
Check.
Kill. Turn it up. Kill.
Jump out.
Undercrush.
We need you.
On first down, Rodgers. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Watch twins.
Check 26.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Caught by Montgomery. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Rodgers going to throw. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down to the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Mike one.
Hey, 88.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
Smooth.
He don't want it.
We need you guys.
On second and 11 now. Rodgers. And here he's got Grant. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Jakeem Grant, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and through, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the former number 2 pick, the Pro Bowler Saquon Barkley. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A tremendous play there from Saquon Barkley. Give him 53 yards on the ground. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Barkley unable to get away on the first down run as he'll be stopped for a loss of a couple. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two. Now a carry by the third-year man. This is Austin Eckler. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A pickup of 24. And that's where the play began, the 24-yard line.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Redskin touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 20 on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Rodgers now on first down. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Well, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. To throw again on second down. Rodgers, and he finds his tight end, Graham. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. On first down, here's Breida. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. On second down, a run with Breida. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Well, they held him out on second down, and now here's third and goal. They'll try to run with Breida. No gain on the play, and what to do now on fourth and goal. Defense didn't budge on third down. Now what are we going to see on fourth?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
Rodgers to throw for it on fourth. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They're turned away on fourth and goal. And the Redskins are able to come up with a goal line stand. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And they work this out past the 25. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down. They keep it with Barkley on first down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And he powers his way up past the 30.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's got his tight end, Burton. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tim Williams just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now Saquon Barkley. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lamb. 21 yards there on 3rd down. A 1st down carry for Barkley. Tremaine Edmonds, the Bills' leading tackler, is a rookie last year, in on the stop there. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. Well, they started that drive all the way back at the 1, able to march down, get 3.
It was daunting to begin with, wasn't it? But I thought overall, a very poised and efficient drive to get 3 points.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. You're down 3, under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Throwing is Rodgers. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. And that's complete to Cooks. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 13 yards, first down, Packers. Rodgers now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it first and 10. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And now it's second down.
Second and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On second down, Montgomery. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down.
Inside. Here we go.
Now it's Rodgers. He'll get that to DeValve, the tight end. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. So now the Packers turn things over to the special teams crew. They're on for the field goal try. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
A good starting spot for the Redskins as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So we have reached halftime here in a good one. 10-10 is our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he's going to go out of bounds on the return. He won't even get this thing back to the 10-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 7-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Now back to throw. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down. Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. Running on first down, Eckler. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down. Once more, here's Eckler. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now it's Barkley. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 34-yard line.
Again, it's Barkley. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Well, they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. Steps away, and now he's going to use his legs. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. Well, apart from Kyler Murray, not too many mobile QBs in this year's rookie class, but some good scrambling there to get the first. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. So that'll back him up 5.
Let's go, let's go.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Give him 9 there. They still need 6 more now on 3rd down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. On the run, it's Barkley. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
So the scoring dried up here in the 3rd. Nothing that quarter for either side. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Gonzalez on for the field goal. A 50-yard attempt.
And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And they will take the lead at 13-10. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Aaron Rodgers, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks last year. That's the most he's had in one season in his entire career, and he's going to need another one right now. He takes this for 3 to the 29. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on third.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Here we go. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. I hope you brought your left because I'm about to take you to school. Hey, wahoo. 22's coming, Mike. Hey, watch the ball. Watch the ball. Mike's 22. Mike. Back north. Come on, baby.
The Packers go for it. Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Okay, it was 4th down, but you still had time here in the 4th quarter. Instead, they make the decision to go for it on their own side of the field, and this ball winds up getting intercepted.
They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Yeah, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Boxing.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. And he's got it complete to Anderson. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a gain of 16 and a 1st down for the green and gold.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection.
Watch out. Jump out. 55 is my guy, 55. I don't think you got over. If you didn't get it.
Rodgers now on first down. Going for the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Packers. Jakeem Grant with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. As they are now just an extra point away from taking the lead here in the final 2 minutes. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken about the 12. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
On first down, Barkley, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 45-yard line.
They'll go to Barkley again, and they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
I'm going back to you. Switch. 81. Mike 50.
Get the ball. Mike 50.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Open man is Trey Burton. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 33. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeout.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
They'll run on first down. Barkley stops short of the 25. The nice move couldn't ultimately free him. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Barkley. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. And they're going to get the timeout called. What a finish. We're down to 4 seconds to go in this football game. And everything right now rests on the right foot of Zane Gonzalez. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. And everything right now rests on the right foot of Zane Gonzalez. 3 for 3 so far, and a 4th would win it. And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year. But he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Redskins, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they fall to defeat for the second time this season, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. 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 I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. Feel like Ginger from Casino. Aces up my sleeve though. Right before I leave, I step like I'm Dino. Think I'm part Italian. Blame it on Gino. Snowflake the medallion. The skin on cappuccino. I don't kiss and tell. Keep your distance from myself. Fettuccine with the snails in a 5-star hotel. And I wish he's well when they wish for me to fail. I might donate petty bills. They can't get it by they self.
That's why you treat my men good, but not too good. I give them too much, then they don't need me. I give them just
I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. 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 I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. I'ma get it either way. I don't even gotta say what I want when I want. They just put it on my plate. I could get it right away. Take you through my day to day. Wake and pray, make that play. Get some good at my place. There's some on the way. Cause my bro's on the way. I got stones on my gold. I got loads in my safe. Had a 7-figure summer, so I'm putting on some weight. Set up getting thick, so I put it on display.
with his rhymes, I make a joke, everybody laughs. I know I'm funny, but I'm not that funny.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. 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 I'ma get it by myself, yeah.
I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get up out the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. I score up in the end zone, do my dance all on a hater. A mover and a shaker, you a novice, I'm a player. I'm from DC, but I'm running through and sacking like a raider. 2 chains on my neck, one for now and one for later. If we don't play fair, baby, we play for keeps. You can pass me up, this is not a bye week. I'm looking for a trophy competition, looking steep. And I'm training, I've been focused, I've been bombing from the deep. I'm like, move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get up out the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Move the needle for the city like the championships. All my records go hard, this a champion hit. I've been working for this moment like I've been in the gym. Jumping all over hurdles, I'm evading the pit. Hit to hit with anybody, take them, I can shake take them. I invite them to the fire, then I bake them. I'ma break them. I'm a Hall of Fame legend. They should go and hang my jersey. Made to put in work. I don't think they really heard me like. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get up out the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Ain't no stopping me, ain't no topping me. I am up, #1 seed. Ain't nobody popping up. Got a squad of gorillas from the jungle suited up. You kicking off against me, hope you ready, get it up. I be booted up, popping out a sprinter or a truck. Whole team chasing bags while they chasing us. Calling audible, I read the game, I think it's time to switch. You get hit, if I miss, then my teammates got the blitz, yeah. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get up out the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains.
Going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm
P-P-P-Love, time to bring the bass bird.
Swear I'm going big like a lineman. She want bring the limes in. She wanna pull up to the crib, we can't dine in. Up right away, couldn't even get a vine in. Straight with the money we aligned in. Tell me how they broke, tryna chime in. Jesus watching over here in diamonds. He the only reason why I do not get violent. Ay, cause he gave me patience. Ay, swear that all makes sense. Ay, when you making bands, can make friends. Cause I know they tryna shit like Ray-Bans. Got a bad little shorty wasting. And I own it, I ain't gotta pay rent. Ay, I know we the ones that ain't them. Pull both hands together and I'm saying amen. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going bigger. Postmates, how I deliver. My game too cold, made it shiver, but I'm still a hot boy. Cool it down, let it simmer. Hey, see him mad, got him bitter. Can't stop the shine with a dimmer. Only what I give her, and she let her call me baby, but I do not need a sitter. See me dip, yeah, I'm saucing. People at the bank see me often. Let the money run, it's a faucet. She gave me the that's a boss it. Took over the game, now we all in. I was down in the chips, then went all in. Throwing up the game, ain't no vomit. Make my mama stop working, that's the promise. Going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm
P-P-P-Love, time to bring the bass bird.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boys than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boys than a Shawshank. I don't wear ball mains. All I ever do is ball main. I am not a rapper, they all lame. I am not dope, I'm hard. Wait, I can power up and level up at any moment. Spitting like a semi, only give me semicolon. Couple zeros like I'm sending yell nets. Every flow is unmatched and I better get set in. Finish them. Mess around with me and I diminish them all. Even if I ever did the minimum all. In the end result, I'm better killing them all. Rogue one, but I got a team with me. Batman when I got a team with me. I get mean, I get green. Show the whole game what's never been seen. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank.
Designer sneakers hurt my feet now. Every beat is
getting beat down. Couldn't eat, well, watch I eat now. Like, how you getting paid to freestyle? Different cities every week now. Every woman is a now. With state prop, you looking bleak now. I was home to sleep, designing sheets now. 30 different missions. When I speak, they listen. Couldn't find the social fishing. Who the crew, it wasn't you. I know it's true, cause you look like the opposition. Run it up, greatest ever sums it up. I ain't have a lot when I was coming up. Kinda made my stomach turn when I brung it up. Wait.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank.
I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. Show them skills. Yeah, how about it? You want it, you have it, you got it. Go snatch it, skirt the lot. Go ahead, jump it, how about it? Rep for your bro, when your post, you're popping your projects. Pain driven, itching, drumming. Look how far we coming. Heartbeat for the streets, you can do it. Ain't built for the weekend. Sweet, this sugar. One man army, but get deep. Watch what you doing. I ain't damaged goods, damn it out the clay. You wish you could. I do this for the family. I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, so suspenseful, I'm up in the field. Saw it in my eyes, it was the Tiger Hill. Gon' jump off the line and see the flight of field. Rewrite your history off this line right here. Your best bet be ahead, easy to get rich or dead trying. This ain't never new, I just be 10 steps instead. Snooze I won't, I can't lose, ready, rest or a bed. Do what you can to do, make your next move your best. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, way before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. Show them skills, yeah. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I keep it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, let's go. Get first off the edge like I don't know no feel. See that pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, way before the deal.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, 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 yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle this. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash. They will not stop.